that really disturbing footage of Bieber, Odell Beckham, and Trey Songz.
Yes.
Like, and Trey's like literally sitting there playing Lookout.
Playing Lookout as Justin Bieber goes down on Odell.
The boy came up with his mouth wet.
Mouth wet.
What?
Dribbling. Now, what they're going to try to say is, no, Justin Bieber was just doing a line of coke. No, he didn't mess with his nose when he came up.
He was doing a line of coke with his mouth.
He wiped his mouth. When you do
his mouth was wet.
You do this when you finish your line.
You wipe your mouth when you suck his dick. That wasn't post-nasal drip. That was seminal fluid.
It was Odell dick. But Diddy taught him well, right?
The flavor freak off.
Scooter Braun taught him well. Justin Bieber spent 48 hours with Diddy. Talking about we about to get it in. I'm going to let you drive the car when you 15. That boy ain't been the same since. Got all this anxiety. Face collapsed from all the dick he done sucked.
What Meek Mill said is that expensive pack.
Some truly shocking news has come out about Justin Bieber, and that man now seemingly has nowhere left to run. Justin Bieber's recent social media posts have stirred up concerns among his fans. Over the weekend, the 30-year-old singer shared a series of selfies on Instagram, visibly emotional and with tears streaming down his cheeks. This prompted many to speculate about the reasons behind his distress. Some fans attributed Bieber's emotional state to potential relationship issues with his wife, Hailey, who is 27 years old. However, others pointed to his past friendship with the embattled U.S. rapper P. Diddy, whose real name is Sean Combs, as a possible factor adding to Bieber's emotional strain. Their friendship was more like Justin just being groomed.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
Yeah.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 555. Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down. Okay.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours. When when you get 16, you're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go.
Check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you wanna do? What you wanna do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang with some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
Welcome to the family, John.
And once Diddy set the precedent, the industry just followed suit on Justin.
Listen closely. We want to hear. Oh, really? See, my parents never gave me the sex talk.
Okay.
So why don't you give me the sex talk?
I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird. Let's talk about the album.
Okay, what's going on with your new album?
Some really weird questions, and I'm only 15. My mom was right, like,
Things on blast, you know.
I'm gonna say it again. You have beautiful lips.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, bro.
You have good lips.
Thank you, bro.
But just wear condoms. Yeah, serious.
Harry, who apparently wanted to know what a Bieber butt felt like.
The Year Award at the American Music Awards and managed to shock the teenage pop superstar. She presented with Luke Bryan and before Bieber with kisses on the neck and a butt grab. Backstage, McCarthy joked about what Bieber jokingly called violating.
I did grab his butt. I'm single, but I think that's cougar rape. I did grab his butt. I'm single, but I think that's cougar rape.
So was the butt grab spontaneous?
Well, it better be, because that's just weird if it isn't. Yeah, I gave him a kiss and there was a lot of lipstick, and then my partner Luke decided to wipe it off, and I was like, no, so I did that for a reason. So you remember me. So then I couldn't help it. He was just so delicious. So little. Just I wanted to tear his head off and eat it.
Wow. I feel violated right now. Wow.
No one's listening, and that's just fucking lonely. I'm so lonely. Lonely. Everybody knows my past now. Like my house was always made of glass.
Gene Deal, though, thinks this will all be used against Diddy.
Now, do you think he has a mole or an informant in his camp that's cooperating?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Listen, bro. Just doing law enforcement myself, just take for instance. I think the individual was a Syracuse former basketball player named Jason Barnes or Beard or something like that. He already had drug charges against him. The day Diddy house get raided, they catch him getting on the plane and they put him into custody. Didn't that sound a little weird? People didn't catch that. They either put him in custody for to make a witness out of him or to safeguard him and protect him for anything that could happen to him, because they had already stated, allegedly, that he was some kind of mule for the people over there at Diddy's house. So now, with that information, that he was already known by the government for drug charges, wouldn't that be an individual that you use? I'm gonna give you something different. And I'm gonna give you something else that people don't even think. On the other day, I seen on the video that Puff had ran into Justin Bieber. They met up. And he started tapping him as if he was searching him and see if he had some kind of device on. Check this out. What if the federal government have already talked to Justin Bieber? And Diddy did that on tape. That means in his mind, he think this person may be a witness. Right?
Yep.
What he has just done that is against the law?
Nothing that we've seen.
Tampering with a federal witness. If they have already talked to Justin Bieber prior to him doing that, He goes and look like he's searching him. It appears that he's asking Justin Bieber, yo, you got a wire or something like that? Like, you're tampering with a federal witness. That's a charge right there that can land him in jail. Reckless. That was real reckless.
Man, it's gonna be kind of crazy to see everything unfold, man.
And this, of course, is bad news for Justin, because more leaks are possible simply due to the fact that Diddy recorded everything that went down at his residences.
Stevie J speaking on it right now. He'll be one of the first dudes that they'll probably pull to the side and say, yo, well, you say that your man, I heard you on TMZ say that he never did this and he never did that, but ain't this you? If those pictures or those films or anything like that exists, you know what I'm saying? That's what they pay those agents to do. So, of course, I don't believe that none of the people who are his celebrity friends is going to speak or say nothing until they're either contacted or they know what they really got.
So you feel like they might be worried that they might be on tape at one of Diddy parties doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing?
Rob said in this affidavit that Diddy had every room taped and bugged. Diddy had, yo, bro, can you imagine? He had every room taped and bugged, and they found little bugs or little tape recorders. I mean, little those micro projectors or whatever like that, or video cameras. They found them in the house, bro. So by them having those things in the house, and people know there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's loose women, there's loose men, woman on woman, man on man, all kind of crazy shit. Bruh, they just wondering who or when they're gonna let this stuff be known. But not only celebrities, I don't think it's only celebrities gonna be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there. He also had a couple of preachers in there. Hallelujah. That's crazy.
You personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rob could be trusted and his statements are true, they got him. They got tapes of stuff.
And all of these allegations are now leading to an outpouring of criticism from the likes of Reggie Wright.
News broke recently, Reggie, that Diddy wants to dismiss some of the claims in one of his assault cases, claiming that he can't be sued under laws that didn't even exist at the time of the alleged incident. And it's basically in regards to Joy Dickerson Neal, who filed a suit against him in November, claiming that he, did what Diddy does with the drinks and all that stuff back in 1991. What are your thoughts on that, as far as him trying to get stuff dismissed due to it not being a thing at the time of when this incident went down?
Yeah, you're trying to do some statute stuff. That's what a lot of the did, where they can only prosecute people after, I think it's 25 years in California. I don't know what it is in most states, where if you got molested 25 years or less, you can still go after your accusers. But after 25 years, then you can't even go after them anymore. And so, he's trying to do a legal maneuver just by trying to get cases dismissed. Just saying that, hey, they were out of the statute, and the statute is up. This ain't murder, when the statute is, forever. is really what's all that's boiling down to. But if he was doing no drinks in 1991, y'all remember who was insinuating? And I'll be honest, I've been looking on YouTube, and everybody been looking on YouTube of Gene Deal actually saying that he saw these type of drinks being made. I heard him insinuate that he saw those drinks, but he sure did describe them to the T how they were made. And this is somebody that was around him from 97 to 2002, 2004, whatever. So if he was doing those drinks in 1991, you better believe he was still doing them in the 2000s or the late 90s. But Mark Curry described it, said he saw it, and described those drinks to a T. And so that would be my only point about that, is that, hey, it's just a legal move to try to get out of things outside of the statute. But my whole claim and my whole thing is people were doing those drinks. He's been doing those drinks. Because people always get mad. They be like, well, being gay ain't a crime. I know. You want to fuck a man, that's on you being a man. No problem has a problem with that. Only time I have a problem with it is when they're little boys and when they're under the influence. I have said that repeatedly. Or not in a consented state of mind. And so those are the only things. But I'll just caution people, and I'm noticing it coming up a lot, that describing those drinks and how they come back to hunt y'all. And that would be my take from that with Diddy. But once again, if you're a homosexual, you're a homosexual. That's cool. That's your business. Just leave the kids alone. Let's not be hearing about the Diddy camps. Why Usher and them got to be dragged through this and denying things that has happened to them? Why poor Justin Bieber and them got to go through this? Where's all these little kids at now? That weren't always kids. That boy that played in the Bobby Brown movie. I can't think of his name. He also, I've been watching him a lot. And now I know why he could be on the set of that. That's probably why Lee Daniels cast him, because they knew he was somebody that can be played with. But that young man that played in the show Empire, all of these kids has been accused of being kids or young when Puffy did these things to them. Those are the ones that I'm speaking on. Those are the ones that I have a problem with when everybody always, why you got a problem? That's what he does. That's what he does. I agree. But we're not supposed to protect the women, the kids, and the old. That's not your motto. You don't subscribe to that? Protect the women, the kids, and the old. If you don't subscribe by that motto, you need to check yourself.
And he is not the only right to be lately pulling back the curtain on Diddy's long history of predatory behavior.
He's have enough money to check.
He put the boots to that girl. She's supposed to be a good bitch. No matter who she with. All the time he putting the groom in her. Of course he thought it was still gonna work. He thinks he's God.
Alright.
He ain't doing shit. Raped the fuck out of that bitch, put the boots to her last time I seen her. Her and her trainer, boyfriend, husband. I don't get no.
So you hear about stories of Diddy like shooting people, blowing up cars.
Yeah.
Is he this gangster that behind the scenes that is that him? Or is that
Shout out to Wendy Williams, the first woman to uncover the homo thugs. That's what these down low bitches was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug. She talking about Diddy.
And then what's the stuff that's happening with Wendy Williams? You think this is all connection too?
Of course. They've been waiting. He's been waiting. He was waiting for Kim. Remember? He was waiting. The casket was ready. She was literally casket ready.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nikki put that out there. That Nikki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh, man.
She just wasn't going to tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
So then who's the guy who's claiming he recorded it?
Oh, somebody that got paid?
Yeah, he said like I was standing
somebody
outside the door.
that got paid.
Yeah.
Just like it wasn't seminal fluid that Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club with Trey Songz on the lookout.
The images are there.
Diddy-fied. Hashtag no Diddy.
Hashtag no Diddy.
No Diddy.
Do you have any views on Usher? Because a lot of things have come back to where
Usher.
they talk about his.
Usher, I'm tired of Usher.
Oh, okay.
Goofy bitch.
No.
Got your asshole ripped open and the only thing it inspired was loyalty. They ripped your ass open. Gene didn't say it. He said, check the records at the hospital. I'm saying it. You got your ripped open. Then you take Justin Bieber from Lily White, Canada, and take him to the flavor of Fuck Off, the Kitty edition. Get his ripped open.
Now you said no Diddy, but it seems like there is Lil Rod has come out who he produced the Love album, and it seems like he has recordings, pictures of a whole year and a half.
Smart guy.
Year and a half with Diddy, not getting paid to where he's
Smart
like.
guy.
It seems like you can't say no to Diddy the way he's putting it out. Like there's a lot of things like, why didn't he say no?
Yeah, that you don't go. You don't go. Why go? They gonna drug you.
Lace, yeah.
You gonna ask for a glass of water, it's gonna be laced with that Tootsie. Let the good times roll. Like if I knew that there's a possibility that I might get raped and drugged if I go to this party and I go anyway. I just wish they would tell all these little niggas.
Justin has also been a big part of Diddy's parties, and that is not good whatsoever.
Right. I always wanted to ask you this, man. Do you know anything about these after parties that Diddy be having?
Which after parties? There's a lot of after parties. There's a lot of after parties for a lot of different reasons. There's after parties if we doing it at the hotel after we do a party, or there's after parties after the after party. You understand?
right. I guess the one people talk about is the after party.
Well, those will be when him and somebody that he needs something from or wants something from, and he'll get those girls and he'll line them up with him, and they'll all go in the same room, and about the end of the next morning, he done got what he need and got what he want. Because 9 times out of 10, he done put those people in a position, in an awkward situation, that they're going to have to give him what he want.
What you mean by that? Go more into detail about that.
I don't want to go back to this, man, because it's difficult to go back to. But when he took D-Rock out, that was Big's man, pots and pans. And D-Rock understood. I made it clear to him, don't be nowhere where me and Puff is at. D-Rock shook my hand and said, bet that. I come to find out years later through a statement that Clark Kent made that D-Rock and Puff made plans to take Big to that party at the museum that Big lost his life. That came out, super producer, executive Clark Kent's mouth. I knew that to be true because Puff took D-Rock out and had a swinging thing with Sally Richardson and her girlfriend while we was in California. So when I'm talking about, that's what I mean. Put people in situations, do some things, and get what he wants. Because he had been trying to get Big out that whole time we was in Cali. And Big never showed up to nothing but the place to where he lost his life at. And the video shoots and the studio. So that's what I mean.
Justin has been silent for the most part, and some have speculated if the scenario is anything remotely similar to what happened to Aubrey O'Day and Danity Kane. Aubrey O'Day alleged Sean Diddy Combs attempted to pay her silence by transferring publishing rights to Bad Boy Records. I received the publishing deal, I know what it says. I know how much money it was giving me, O'Day 40 said in a sneak peek from the documentary TMZ presents The Downfall of Diddy, which releases via Tubi on Sunday, April 28th. The former Danity Kane member said she would receive $300.30 for a full release of all claims against Diddy and many other players. Regarding Diddy's motivation at the time, O'Day stated, "I think you would probably be making moves to keep as many people quiet as possible." Gene Deal, though, pulled back the curtain on something shocking when talking about this topic.
Looking at this lawsuit, Cassie, she alleges that, Diddy, he'll get violent with her, and he'll get violent with any man that try to start a relationship with her.
Bruh. He know who to do that shit to. You understand what I'm saying? It's certain dudes that he'll do that to because he could get away with it quick enough, or he got somebody behind him, or he got some people there. They no matter gonna take his weight for. It's only so far he gonna go himself. It's only so far he gonna go himself. So now he gonna come at you hard, try to play it off, because he know if he do anything and it comes back to him, it's a lawsuit. He slapped somebody, hit somebody, that's a payday for them. But he'll make up that whole atmosphere, and then he'll look at one of the bouncers or look at somebody a certain way, and they'll take over his mess. So I could see him coming at somebody hard like that. But by itself, he ain't gonna bust a great.
I ask you, right? And I know you ain't signed it. I know you ain't signed an NDA, clearly. But did he make his artists sign NDAs and people that work for him?
Well, a lot of these rappers, a lot of these industry people, anybody who does business nowadays with the internet, they have NDAs, non-disclosure. That means that if you work for them and you're around them, you can't disclose any of the information about them. It's the same thing that he gave to all his artists when he gave them their publishing back. I'm gonna give y'all publishing, but y'all can't talk about Janice Combs, Justin Combs, Sony, Bad Boy, or anything that happened. Y'all can't talk about none of that. But there's some artists that didn't say anything, that didn't sign it, and they able to talk about anything they want to. And I think that's those girls that was, I think Danity Kane. I think a couple of them didn't sign it. And boy, oh boy, they probably gonna go after him too. Cause I heard him, and I'm giving you this, Aubrey. He stood up there and he said in front of a lot of people, we were in the studio, and I said something to him and walked out the studio. He said, yo, I'm gonna drug their ass off and pick them out and pip them out to my nigga. He said, I'm gonna drug them out. I'm gonna get them all on drugs, and I'm gonna pimp their ass out to my. There's somebody kids, and walked out. And there's somebody that heard me. It's somebody that heard me. I mean, well, it's not only somebody that heard me. It's somebody that I know who was in the studio at the time that happened, and I still talk to him today. And we were just talking about that the other day. He done moved back to Indiana. I don't know why. I'm gonna give you that one. He said he was gonna drug them all out and pimp them out.
O'Day noted that when she looked at the publishing deal, it said anything but I'm being made whole financially again. She added, in fact, it asked me to not be able to have access to my story and my experience anymore. It asked me specifically to stay silent and never speak poorly about a human. So then I realized something really bad is coming. According to a source close to Diddy, 54, who is familiar with the matter, O'Day's allegation that everyone signed an NDA is false. Last year, when he reassigned his portion of the publishing to Bad Boy artists, an unprecedented move within the industry and which he did not have to do, not all artists signed an NDA, contrary to what she claims. A source familiar with the situation told Us Weekly. In September 2023, Diddy returned his Bad Boy Records publication rights to the artists and writers. It's just doing the right thing, Diddy told Variety at the time. I think that we as an industry and as a people have to look in the mirror and make a shift forward. It's about evolving, leading by example, and reforming an industry that needs it, in a world that needs reform. The documentary follows Homeland Security raids on Diddy's houses in Los Angeles and Miami. Earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations, HSI New York, executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation, with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners, the Department of Homeland Security said in a statement to us in March. We will provide further information as it becomes available. Following the raids, it was widely reported that they were part of a federal sex trafficking probe. Diddy's attorney, Aaron Dyer, said that law officers used gross overuse of military-level force. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities, or the way his children and employees were treated, read a statement shared with us in March, adding that the raids were an unprecedented ambush and claimed they were paired with an advanced, coordinated media presence, which resulted in a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. The statement concluded, there has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. Since November 2023, several people have accused Diddy of sexual assault, which he denies. Meanwhile, Diddy is facing another lawsuit, this time in a six-figure business dispute, alleging that Combs left a New Orleans design firm liable for $100,000 in material expenses after postponing the event. Raven PMG, which creates temporary constructions out of steel, neon lights, and other materials for events ranging from concerts to pop-up venues and art installations, accepted a contract to construct a red translucent cube for an event that Combs was scheduled to host. According to a federal civil complaint filed last week in the Southern District of New York, Phantom Labs, another business that works with Combs, approached Raven on August 31st, 2023, about collaborating on the structure. A few days later, Phantom, who was also listed in the case, requested adjustments to the design, which added an additional $20,000 in production costs, which another co-defendant named Mark Lupton allegedly promised would be paid by September 8th. The lawsuit claims Phantom and Lupton misrepresented their finances and business relationship with Combs when negotiating the project with Raven. That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.